Okay, the pricing model. Let me start by asking you a question. When you're designing a sales funnel, how do you decide on what prices to charge and what affiliate commissions to give? Of course, in the ideal world, you do testing at various price points, but in the world of WSOs, that level of refinement simply is not an option. You get one shot and that's it. So how do you make your pricing decisions? Well, up until now, I think we've all had to do that based on our best judgment and gut feel. If you're a very experienced marketer, that may be fine, but even then it's a bit like shooting in the dark. Up until now, we've had no way to fully understand how all the different components of our sales funnel interact with each other. And for me, this was a completely unsatisfactory state of affairs, given the fact that I wanted to develop 10 WSOs over the coming months. So I developed the pricing model as part of my WSO Success Planner toolkit. What this does is allows us to dynamically interact with our sales funnel and immediately see the impact of any adjustments to pricing and commissions. So let me give you a little demonstration of this so you can see just how cool it really is. So here we are in the pricing model. As with all the spreadsheets in the WSO Success Planner, the instructions are basically you fill in what's in the white cells and the results come out in the yellow cells. And the white cells are down on the left hand side. So across the top you always get a view of the profit, and I give the option to have profit displayed in different currency, and you can set an income goal and you can see how close you are to your goal. As things stand at the moment, I'm nearly £4,000 off my income goal, but that's okay. I haven't really set up the funnel yet. And you also get a running view of what the earnings per click will be, the total to me and the total to the affiliates, as well as the average sales value across the whole funnel, total to me and to affiliates. That's useful, particularly the EPC, because that will tell you whether the assumptions that you make are way off. If you've got an EPC that is massively too high or massively too low, then somewhere along the lines your assumptions are pretty unrealistic. So, like I said, the way we use a spreadsheet is to fill in the details on the left in the white cells, and we start with general financial settings. And here you can put in income goal if you want, and in a particular currency I've chosen to use pounds. You can leave it in dollars, and also fee information like PayPal fees, sales management fees, and so on. Next, you enter the assumptions about traffic and front end conversions. So you enter the total number of visitors that you're going to send and the front end conversions you expect to make, and the number of visitors you expect to get from your affiliates and the conversions that you expect them to make, and those two could well be different. Those two things together will then determine the number of front end sales that you make, and you can use that information to trigger all the other conversions. The next thing we need to do is put in the assumptions for the upsell and downsell conversions within the sales funnel. And in fact, the first thing we actually need to do is define the sales funnel. The way the spreadsheet is set up, it allows you to have up to 3 upsells, and for each upsell you can have up to 3 downsells. In the case where you don't have any upsells but you actually have 3 products on the sales page and the buyer can choose between those 3 products, there is a way to simulate that using what I've got on the spreadsheet. I won't explain that here, but that case can also be covered, and I'll explain that in the training. But in this particular case now, I'm going to say I want to have 1 upsell, and immediately I've got the question here of how many downsells I want to have. I'm going to leave that at 0 for now, but I am asked to put in a value for the number of front-end sales people who buy the upsell, and I'm going to put 20 in there, 20%. And immediately here it updates this table with the number of sales for upsell 1 sales and the number of people who buy the front end only. Let me now say I want to have a downsell, so I put a 1 in there. I'm going to have 1 downsell to my upsell, and now it's saying I need to put a value in here because I need to say the percentage of people who don't buy upsell 1 who buy the downsell, and let me put that at 15%. And again, it's telling me the number of sales I'll make of that, and that's how the whole thing works. There's the spaces to put in the details for upsell 2 and the various downsells, and upsell 3 and the various downsells. But it only asks for information based on what I type in here, which defines my sales funnel. So that's all we need to do as far as putting in assumptions is concerned. We've defined our sales funnel and we've put in assumptions about traffic and conversion. Now, having done that, if we look at this table, we can see where we've got to. I've already put in the product information for the front end. I'll show you how we put in product information in a minute. But according to our sales funnel, we've also got an upsell one and a downsell one. And it's able to work out the number of sales for each of those based on the assumptions that we've made. But I haven't entered the affiliate information and the pricing information for either of those. So that's the next thing I need to do. So further down on the spreadsheet is the section for that. Product pricing and commissions. And for each of the 13 possible products, the front-end product, 3 upsells and 3 potential downsells for each upsell, there's a table in this form. And we've got the information already entered for the front end, 80% commission, $9.97 start price, $17 end price. Because those are different, it knows it's a dime sale, and it calculates the number of sales needed to reach the end price. Now this is really important and very valuable, because the way I've configured the price increments and the number of sales increments, the total number of sales needed is 2,115, which is more than the total number of sales I'm going to make, which is 2,075 according to the assumptions I've put in. And that means it's going to stay at a dime sale all the way through, and that's what I want. I never want it to reach the top price, because that will make sure I get the maximum conversions. So I can now enter the information for the other products that I've got, and it's telling me which ones I need to enter the information for. If we scroll down a bit, you can see that most of the tables it's just saying ignore, except for the 2 where identified I've got a product according to my sales funnel that I defined above. I know exactly what information I need to put in. So let me just put that information in and I'll come back to the video. Okay, I've put the information in now for upsell 1, 50% affiliate commission, $17 to $27 is the price. Again, it's a dime sale, 5 cents price increment, 2 products for the number of sales increments. And again, the number of sales to reach the end price is 402, which is slightly less than the total sales I'm expecting to make. So again, I've configured that to make sure it stays at a dime sale pretty much all the way through. I can also see that I'm going to make about $6,300 from the front end and $4,700 from the upsell one. So that's getting to be quite reasonable now. And the last product I need to enter the details for is downsell one, so I'll just do that. Okay, I've done that, and again 50% commission. I've kept the price and start and end price the same. It's going to be $14.95. Don't forget it's a downsell to the upsell one, so it's got to be less than $17. And so I put it at $14.95. This is going to give me another $2,000. So that's almost it. There's one more piece of information you can include, which is prices. You can put in information about the prices you're going to give, and based on what you put in, the spreadsheet will calculate an estimate of the amount of prize money you're going to pay out, and that will obviously affect your profits. So I hope you can see how valuable this model is, and for the price, I think it's an absolute bargain. The price is going to go up after the end of the offer. You get it now and significantly improve the performance of all your WSOs in future. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.